They just keep coming and going. 20 years of people, 20 years of a different cast, 20 years of a different show. I have seen it all.
20 years has been like hell. Been a drop in the bucket, but it's been a whole lot of fun. I learned a whole lot about myself. I learned I could stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get up at 9:30 the next day and perform pretty subpar. I mean, hell, who wants to be par? That's just even. I want to be unique and an individual. I want to be subpar, right? You feel me? You feel me? If I'm lying, I'm dying.
20 years to me that I for to be a whole work for a really long time. I get to go on stage every weekend for a long time. I give her to meet all kinds of people.
I just have had the best time. It's been the best experience of my life. I don't know what I'd be without it. Not to get sappy or anything. I need a Pinot Grigio right away. But it has been wonderful. I'm so glad that all of you helped found this company to make me a part of it.
We are gathered here today to make sure everybody laughs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we came here tonight to get started, to go at you or get retarded.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
This is my happening and it freaks me out.
Oh, don't gag, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me reward a very talented young man who is one of the bright stars in the composing business today.
The Pendleton machine, 0.
I was gonna say, do you guys remember when it was a Saturday night, it was an 8 o'clock show, and I was pregnant at a scene, and I got to give birth to Lance Crawl on stage, and when he was birthed, he did all the phases of development from an infant to a full-grown man, because I had given birth to a full-grown man.
While wearing a diaper.
It was one of the most brilliant performances.
We put a lot of people in diapers.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
do you remember the time I wore a diaper in the New Year's show in 2008, 2009,
2010.
2011,
You're the New Year's
Just like
baby.
you were Santa for
2008,
2009, 2000.
Oh, do you guys remember when we did that novel? And it was, what was that movie? The Planet Nine. Planet
Yeah.
Nine. And Chip made me go in that hole under the stage
Oh, no.
and reverse and forwarded me like 15 times up out of under the stage, up to the stage, down.
Were there any
up.
dead bodies under there? Because that's where we store them.
No, I didn't tell her.
Okay, good.
And get ready for the best show in town. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the show.
Cut!
Man, hey, can I get a beer? Somebody get me something to drink. I mean, I'm sweating like I'm in a Calcutta swap meet here. Just a drink. What the does it take to get a drink around here? I just want a beer. How hard is that? Talent The talent is thirsty. What the kind of operation is this? Hello? Hello?
Total douchebag.
How y'all doing tonight? Put your hands together. Yes, brother.
This is improvisation, which means to improvise. We make it up as we go along. Everything we do is based on your suggestion. If you're a good audience, we're a good show. I mean it. Give yourselves a little bit of sugar. Take a look around at all these beautiful people tonight. Put your hands together for it.
So for to be so fucking hot down here. I can't afford to take this heat. So hot.
He's making me think it's maybe not such a good idea. With so much hot, it's so much more difficult. We should go whole thing off.
Look, I hired you guys because you're locals, all right?
I know it.
You should be used to it.
It's La Nina. It's not for to be this hot normally. Okay? It just this year really, really hot.
I have been involved with Whole World Theater since day one. I was very good friends with David Webster, the founding artistic director of Whole World.
I came to Whole World Theater 1994, 1995. I took classes. I had been working in educational children's theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Some friends of mine brought me here for my birthday, and I sat in the back row and I watched the show. And as I was watching it, it struck me how much fun these performers were having. And as a result, I decided to take classes.
I first came to Whole World when I was a senior in college. I was going to Georgia State University. And one of my friends who was a performer here at the time, I think he was actually an apprentice at the time and eventually got moved up to main stage. He talked me into coming and taking a class.
In the beginning, it was extremely exciting. All the new people, from all these different experiences, everybody had such different training.
When we first started, it felt like every single person involved was putting every single bit of their energy into the progress of Whole World Improv Theater. We ate, drank, slept. Everything we did was centered on our shows, our performances, our craft.
So this improv thing was very different, and I was also kind of a little snobby about it. I was like, I'm a real actress. This improv stuff is, you know, smaller than me, and I was very, very wrong. The moment I got into it, I did not take to it like a duck to water, and it was very interesting to see the other people who maybe had absolutely no theater training or very little theater training really take to it and do so well, and it was inspiring and exciting.
I was actually afraid of improv. I was the first person up or the last person up in class because I either wanted to get it out of the way and not look silly after everybody else looked fabulous, or I wanted to be, I just, you know, snuck in the corner. So I decided to come and take the class really just to get over the fear and hopefully become a better performer.
have a mounted animal at my home that belonged to my late husband. It's a Nebraska river beaver. And it has been sitting around the house for about 15 years. And it's starting to get a little dirty.
Right.
And I wanted to know if you would clean stuffed creatures.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
You do? You do clean it? Because my husband, he got it when he was in Nebraska because, well, he's sort of a beaver fanatic. I think if he got the chance, he'd eat beaver.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and he loved them so much. Well, my beaver's all dirty, and it just needs to be clean.
Okay.
Could you recommend a solution for my beaver?
You could probably clean it yourself. I don't know without looking at it what it needs.
I would like you to look at it.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know without looking at it to tell you exactly what you would need to do.
It's kind of furry, and it's also got dust.
Yeah. I would really have to see it.
Well, it's not a small beaver.
Yeah.
It's big.
Okay.
And it would probably take you a while to do it, but if I just use some cleaning solution like some 409 and sprayed it on the beaver, would that work?
No, ma'am. You don't want to use that.
Would that burn the beaver?
Yes, it probably would damage the hair. If you're going to do it yourself, just try to, like, maybe run a vacuum cleaner down it and try to suck all the dust out.
Put a vacuum cleaner on it?
Sure. That won't hurt anything. Just don't rub it up and down. Just rub it
up and down?
No, not up and down. Just with the hair.
Oh.
Just rub it.
With the grain of the beaver hair?
Right. Yes, ma'am. Just run it that way and just get, you know, all the dust you can out of it.
All right.
And then you might take...
Give it a good flushing out?
Right. Then you might give it... take mineral spirits or something and...
mineral spirits?
Yes, ma'am, and clean it with that. Like I say, I don't know without looking at it because I don't know what it's got on it.
All right. Well, I tell you what. What's your name?
My name's Gene.
Gene?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to bring my beaver down to show it to you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, doke.
Bye-bye now.
I eventually, when we moved here to Spring Street, took classes with Lance Crawl, and those were at the time considered to be the advanced classes. And then the entire group got together and voted me in to be a main cast member here at Whole World Theater.
Yeah, weigh-in's coming up, buddy. You better hate that day. Man, you look hit back. Hey, man, don't let him get to you, man. Don't let him get to you. See, you're letting it get to you. All right? It's an image, man. Look, Dale, I've been working really hard with you, man. All right? I appreciate that, Chip.
So glad we met.
I would love to say the same. I would love to. But, well, it's just that, you know, those are the kind of things that you want to talk about before you actually have nuptials, you know? I mean, this is
Sorry, I was wasted.
Our philosophy of improv has always been founded on no judgment.
It's always our belief that you can do it. And so over the past 20 years, we've taught the no judgment policy, and we believe in that.
I'm really trying. Okay, I just didn't expect this to be the end. You know, I kind of imagined, you know, I'd be somewhere pretty or with someone pretty.
You've asked for $30,000. It's a purebred pony, and it has lineages of, it's a Triple Crown winner, kid?
Yeah, yes, I mean, her name is Starlight, and I have to put a stable in my second bedroom.
I see. Mr. Vard, I'm trying to phrase this without crushing your dreams, because usually at Banks we crush a lot of dreams.
Improv has impacted my life in such a huge way because I feel like it's truly about empowerment and being yourself and finding your own authentic voice.
We tend to be very hard on ourselves. We all want perfection. And if we release ourselves from this harsh judgment and allow ourselves to be kids on the playground learning something new, then we're really able to learn and express and realize that these mistakes are really gifts.
These girls are staring at me like I'm nuts, but I'm not. Their friends are joining them and they're talking to each other about girl stuff, talking about girl stuff, talking about girl stuff. Walking out of Murphy's with Caribou coffee is the rudest thing you could do. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Hi, Mallory.
You guys can go ahead and have a seat on the pillows there.
Hi, Gus. Nice to meet you. I got in trouble at work this morning. Did you know how it feels to get in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
This is my lunch break. When I go back from lunch, I have to tell my boss my brand new idea. I don't have any.
You can do it about a monkey. Yeah.
A monkey?
Mm-hmm. Chicken.
Chickens?
Aliens, there could be aliens.
Aliens? Half aliens and half chickens.
Yeah.
A cow?
He likes cows.
You like cows? What are we gonna call the chicken aliens?
Acklins. Alien chicks. Chickalians. Chicklian? Chicklian.
What do you think of that, Greg?
Looks like a private conversation that I'm interrupting. You guys don't want nothing to do with me. Maybe in other circumstances we could be really good friends. Let's go out and have a drink. You and I and your boyfriend here, or your husband as the case may be. Oh, no ring, so I guess you guys are living together in sin. That's wrong, that's so wrong. Apparently the girl in a white shirt is a hellcat in bed. I'm not making it up, it's what this guy just said. I'm sorry to be crass, I'm sorry to be blunt. Can't think of any words that are clean that rhyme with blunt. Why are you yelling at me?
So what kind of car would he drive?
A Ferrari.
So what's the name of the planet he would be from now?
Mars? Cow. Planet made of cheese.
A cheese planet?
And then they could be attacked by killer mice.
killer mice because they want the
planet.
cheese planet, right?
Yeah.
These chicklians, how do they fight the mice?
They have they have pet cats. No, like a liquid or something that like make them melt.
I know what you're saying.
They could
Like
have like some that makes them melt or something, or that tastes nasty and they run.
what is the
faster.
grossest thing in the world to taste?
Tylenol. Pee.
Pee.
Are you for?
Working so hard to take Whole World to the next level and thinking television, that's the way we need to take this and make it a television show. Take our stage show, make it a television show. Everybody was talking to everyone that they met. And I know 2 of our girls ended up meeting Bob Weiner out one night and talked to him about, come and see a show, you gotta come and see us, you gotta come and see us. And Bob is an investor in people and in talent. He came in, he took one look at us and wanted to get involved.
No rehearsal, so there's no telling what could happen. Whole world comedy.
Forward! Okay, reverse! Forward! Deep! Reverse! Forward, deep freeze! Give it up for ladies and gentlemen!
Television's funniest improv. Whole world comedy.
It was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
What were you wearing?
Oh, I was wearing a wonderful, beautiful black coat with a white linen shirt, very crisp. I had a beautiful tie on, and I made it work somehow. I made it look really, really good.
Dr. Phil.
What I need y'all to understand, though, is that the night was filled with excitement. All right, we were debuting on television for the very first time. I'm not kidding you. We weren't trying to do anything except entertain people through the little box on the TV. So what we did was we got a shot at it. We did our show, and next thing you know, we're running a whole season on Turner South.
We almost can drink. We're almost old enough. Almost old enough. You guys, just think about how many shows we've done. I mean,
Billions and billions of shows.
billions. Think about all the people that have been to our show. How many? That's thousands and thousands. Thousands.
What's your most memorable show?
God, there's so many, but
Katharine Hepburn.
the one that stands out the most. You know, I love Wes Kennemore. Wes Kennemore is one of our alumni. Oh, he's a wonderful actor.
Have you heard from him lately?
I have. He's going to be at the alumni show.
When is that?
October 9th. No, October 10th.
Oh, Catherine.
October 10th. Friday, October 10th. Oh, you old poop, you're messing me up. It's October the 10th.
Edith Bunker.
And everyone's gonna be there. You're not gonna believe it, Chip. Phil Cater. Phil Cater. He's coming in. He's coming in all the way from LA. That's California. Children. I teach them Saturdays, 10 to 12. Kids camp, 9 to 4 o'clock.
Liza Minnelli.
It's great! I get to get up in the morning and teach little children how to have fun. Da-da-da-da, it's wonderful. It's so magnificent to see little kids when they're cowering in the corner, and I say, get on out here and get on stage and do a pirate voice. Arr!
Oh, well, here's what I did, you see. I auditioned for class, you see. It was crazy. It was just crazy. There were like 125 people if there were one. I'm telling you this. There were people lying from wall to wall from all over the place, you know. And I went in there and I told a story, you see. I told a story. It was real. It was real to me, at least. And they chose me. By golly, they chose me for the class.
Simpson.
And I don't know, it's like I just really took to it, really, really wow. I
I went every day and did my darndest to do my best in class. And I don't know, I really bought into the whole idea of improv, the whole idea of being present, not judgment. Golly gee.
We have a beginners program that Lauren Rivard Goins is our student program director, and she took that job from Emily, who took that job from me. So we've all kind of shared in that process. So we're a really great training ground. We start with a beginner's course, and then we move students into an advanced game workshop. They perform graduation shows at the end of these programs so that the other directors can see them.
It's really amazing when a kid comes in and they might be a little timid or shy, and really improv is so empowering for children because it's all about having fun, but in learning about improv, they're learning listening skills, they're learning to commit to the moment, they're learning to be confident in their choices.
They also can move up into our subgroup, which is our Unusual Suspects group, which has currently 15 members in that group. And those are the folks that we kind of farm to become our main cast. So our main cast has constantly changed over the past 20 years, but each time it has changed, the actor that takes the place and takes over a main cast performer's place has been trained by us from the time they got here.
We'd like to present you this check on behalf of the Lucky Day Foundation. This is our president right here. A check for $10,000 to you, yes. For you, Chris Padnick. 3 cheers for Chris Padnick. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Chris.
You what?
I'm not Chris.
What? You're not Chris Padnick?
What?
It's not him.
Ah, nuts.
Sucks. Paige and Chris Padnick? Paige and Chris Padnick?
Are you Chris Padnick?
Chris?
I heard that already, okay, but that doesn't mean that I have to, like, accept it, because I don't want to, okay?
You know, there are certain issues in our relationship that I'm not quite happy with.
What? Like what? Just name one thing.
Look, I love you. I really do.
I love you too, I totally do.
I can't help but think about this beautiful...
What are you thinking about?
God! What's up, girl? How have you been?
Oh my God, oh my God, hi.
This is Freckled Girl. I told you all about her.
What? What are you talking about?
See Armageddon in 20 seconds, so get close to the ground. Yes, brothers and sisters, get down. Get down. Get down. We only have 10 more seconds till the end of the world. Get down and touch the ground. Yes, my brothers and sisters, all get down. Yes. Look, now get down. Put your hands upon the ground. Put your hands upon the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 355.
Started improv in the park many years ago. It started at Piedmont Park, and then it left Piedmont Park, and it's now home at Atlantic Station. And it's an opportunity for us to reach out into the community and just create an awareness campaign and an outreach program. So possibly people who may be intimidated by an improv theater or who may just not have the opportunity to come and enjoy a show here, we can get out into the community and bring it to them. And we provide a free show.
In the wheel, we're all going to say the following. We're going to spin the Wheel of Improv! If you don't say it really loud, the wheel will not move. All right? All right, so here we go. For our first game of the night, we're going to spin the Wheel of Improv! Thank you, Will. That's wonderful music. Put your hands together for Will on the keyboards tonight. Excellent, excellent.
Improv in the Park is a really amazing event because we get to perform for people who wouldn't necessarily be here. We get to perform for families.
Don't get too close, the mics will get hot.
Ethan, you saved me.
Look, I know that you need this more than I do. I wasn't born with a gluten allergy like you.
Yeah, all right. Grandma? Hey, baby. Yo, you over here with the non-gluten folk? You need to come over here with the gluten folk. We eating hamburgers and all sorts of things.
Stop trying to change me, Grandma. I am who I am. I was born this way.
We were all so young. We all were just children, really. And then David Webster had an idea.
Shakespeare.
Oh no! He said, he hawked, he beckoned from afar. I will take all these children, these wee lads. I will put them on stage. I will make them stars.
Christopher Walken.
So you know, we all looked at each other. We said, wow, sure, why not?
Horrible night. I was so nervous. I didn't know if I was going to be able to perform on stage that night. My nerves were pulling me down, pulling me deep into an abyss of darkness, but I fought it. I fought it as hard as I could, and I decided that I wasn't going to let it beat me. I was going to embrace it. Please! I embraced it. Like any man would. I embraced it like an imp.
Well, I was in Eric's class and I remember, I'm not only learning something about a new craft, but hello!
Shakira.
I was like, I want to learn to yes and I want to find a new husband. Oh, I didn't tell you I was married before. I'm just kidding.
I've learned you have to really accept people for who they are.
Oh, really?
Yes, and sometimes they're not going to be who they are because they're going to play a character on stage and you embrace them.
Oh, really?
That. Yes. But I'll tell you this.
Tell me.
I'll tell you this. No matter what.
Don't say it.
I'm going to say it
Please
no matter
don't say
what.
it.
Pee-wee.
I'll tell you what. I love doing different accents. I can go around and I'm going to do Indian.
Indian.
I cannot believe it. But sometimes, in the darkest parts of the night during the show, I can have a real moment.
Horror.
Where I'm nothing but just me. Me and an emotion. And I'm just out there by myself. There's no character, there's no wig, there's no costume. Happy birthday to you.